I'm being forcibly removed from the building again of a public lobby, so.
So if you want to take out that gun and badge, I'm happy to scrap with you one day. You want to do it, let's do it. Let me know, buddy.
That is not a crime, and you're telling me to get out of my vehicle.
Do you know where Lieutenant Mingus is right now? So no, he's not in the building?
I don't know. I'm not.
What do you know?
Okay, I don't want that man taking my picture. Why don't you take him out of here?
Sir, you hit me.
I'm gonna do
You
that
hit
next.
me.
Okay?
Sir, okay, now
you take my picture then. I don't know you.
I'm not telling you nothing else until I find out who's driving that vehicle. You not a supervisor, bro. I need somebody higher than you right now.
If you didn't know, I went to the police academy and they kicked me out.
That's my purse! I don't know you!
Spit me on my face right now! She spit in my face!
Today's video takes us somewhere in Georgia. At least I believe that's where we're going to travel. As we drop in on the channel Drinks and Discussions, hosted by Brian, who used to be on Dr. Dave's channel, but now he finds solace in frequently joining Joe's channel. Yeah, little Joey out there in Las Vegas. As does Megan, as does Jake, as does Nick, and don't forget Saul. Yeah, I'm trying to figure it all out. It seems as though the world has turned upside down and we're having some kind of Twilight Zone moment because everybody's gone to Joe's channel because they feel safe there? Well, at least that's what Megan said. At any rate, sit back, watch, and unbelievably enjoy.
All right, so I don't want to get off into the cheers and Jehovah's Witnesses and alcohol with Jehovah's Witnesses right now. I wanted to address something. And I have been thinking about this, and I decided to myself that I wasn't going to do something, but I ended up doing it anyway. First of all, I want to just say a big what's up. I don't know if Joe is the Joe from Vegas Valley in the chat or not, but I want to say hello. I want to say hello to Vegas Valley. I want to say Vegas Valley Audit, or what other channel he has. I want to say a big what's up to him. And the reason I'm saying that is because after everything had died down, and I know Megan's going to be able to talk, and if you have to ask questions about Megan, feel free. She'll answer for herself. But for me personally, I saw that Megan, I saw Nick were able to go on to Joe's channel and have a cordial conversation. I ended up going on Joe's channel. He invited me on there. I talked to him, and he actually gives Drinks and Discussions really good shout outs.
Oh, you mean little Joey? The 5'1" tall midget out there in Las Vegas who doxes everybody he can find because he gives your channel shout outs? You decided to go back on his channel and make friends with him again? Brian, have you forgotten the times where he called you a racial epithet, not once but twice, and how he tried to dox you, your wife, and your family? You've forgotten all that. Oh no, you're not that stupid. You remember it. I think you're afraid of Joey, and that's why I think you've run over to his channel so he won't dox you anymore. Yeah, and I thought you were smarter than that, Brian. I thought you were more intelligent than that. You're just afraid for your family? Well, that's understandable, no doubt about it. But you haven't learned yet. He's nothing. He's nobody. He's a dreg of society. He's lower than a snake's belly in a wagon rut. But you want to run over there and be his friend. Tell us more, Brian.
Like tells his followers to jump on our channel. Be nice to us. He's been nothing but showing love to our channel. So why would I not reciprocate that type of environment? Because that's what we want to promote, right? We want to promote, you know, we're not going to harbor resentment. We're going to go in and we're going to actually try to understand each other, why things were said and done, and then move forward. I'm not looking backwards. Megan, I'm going to give you a chance because I'm trying not to make sure that I don't talk too much about this right now because I want to be calm and calculating about what I'm about to say. So, do you want to say anything about what or something similar to what you going through and why you're on Joe's channel as well?
I caught a little bit of Dave's stream today and heard all the disparaging things he said about, well, especially me, but really all of us.
Well, now here we have Queen Megan, called disparaging. Well, now let's just see here. Expressing the opinion that something of is little worth, derogatory, something is of little worth, Well, yeah, I guess that could be you, Megan. You're something of little value to me because you never were really on my side. You pecked at me every week about something you didn't like. No doubt about that. Of course, now, according to your text messages to me, you feel safe with Joe because, in your own words, you're not going to be swatted at. Do you know what SWAT means, really? I don't think that was a good choice of words that you used. But at any rate, this guy published your name, your address, where you work, pictures of where you lived, and recommended that everyone go over there and run a train on you. And now you're sucking up to him? Oh my God. Oh, the strangest things happen here in America, don't they? But please, Megan, carry on and tell us more.
And I just don't care. Like, I've stopped caring. Like, to me, they're literally just people, their names on a computer screen that don't matter anything to me. You know, they don't mean anything. They don't show their faces. The trolls I'm talking about. You know, they just talk all this, and I'm just like, you know, there's real in the real world. Why am I going to waste any time thinking about these dumbasses that are just negative and just spreading negativity? And that's not what I'm about.
Well, despite the people in the chat, give us a little background on why you, because I gave you a little bit of information about why I've gone to Vegas Valley's stream. And just so you know, you were off last week. We went Wednesday. After you had gotten off, I went on his channel and had a great conversation.
Wow, Brian, you have a very short memory, or you just don't care. I don't know, which is it, man? Because you forgot the 2 times that Joe called you out your name. No doubt about it. Yeah, I still have those recordings. Oh, believe me, I record everything that idiot does, and I've got them stored on a couple of hard drives. Oh, man. So now you want to run over there and have cordial conversations with a well-known racist. I just want to know what's going to happen when, what's that guy's name that came to my apartment? What was his name? Oh, that's right, Philly the Hood Rat. Yeah, when he moves out to Las Vegas, it's going to be real tough for Joe to hang around town with the black man, considering he's a well-known racist. Everybody that knows Joe knows he doesn't like black people. Oh my goodness. And Brian, this is the guy you want to run to because he gives your channel a shout out. Really? Wow. That's a geyser of information about you, Brian. No doubt.
But if you want to just tell our viewers, you know, why you personally decided to go back or to go on Joe's channel.
Well, I was tired of being the target because of what actions other people were doing. And so I was just like, you know, I'm just going to wipe the slate clean and start fresh. And I was able to do that with Joe because he hasn't continued. It hasn't been a continued thing since I started talking to him in a just normal, non-combative, well, I mean, you know, the combative that I am, but talking about real combative way. And whereas Dave has let me down, so that was like, it's not as easy to go back on Dave's channel and say and make things all square with him because I've done that. I've done that before with him. So
Megan, you appear to be a bit confused. I never threatened you with anything. But on the contrary, we have Joe who threatened you with everything. He was going to call your employer. He was going to call your landlord. He was going to send people over there to run a train on you. Have you forgotten all this? I think that this entire panel on drinks and discussion is in serious need of mental health help. My God, have you people forgotten what this guy in Las Vegas has done to you? The only reason he's being nice to you is because he's lured you away from my channel to his, and now he feels superior. Oh, I got these people from Dr. Dave's channel to come over to my channel because I'm really a nice guy. Once you get to know me, I'm a really nice guy. Yeah, BS and BC. You better be careful, because once he turns his back on you, he'll never be your friend again. And really, who would want Joe Amico for a friend? I'm betting not many people at all. 26 addresses in the last 20 years, that tells volumes.
I'm done doing it. So it's just that's how I feel.
Okay.
I've never liked living in the negative. I've never liked drama. So.
And I want to say, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm done.
Well, I wanted to say hello to Chris Octor, and I know when you guys come here, you're not expecting this kind of conversation, and I don't want to draw this out longer than what it has to be. But again, something happened to me personally, and I wanted to address it, and it does affect also Megan, because something was said about Megan as well, and I want her to have a chance to also, if she wants to, be able to discuss it. So I went to Dave's channel, and I wanted to ask just a simple question. Why all the resentment toward people just because we're not out here trying to pick sides? Who cares if Megan's on somebody else's channel and not your channel? If she wants to come back on your channel, you want to allow her to do so. Why is this a big deal?
Hey, look, Brian, it's a big deal because this idiot still has videos up of me and other people that I care about on his channel, doxing every day. Every single day, my name is in Joe's mouth. I live in his head rent-free. Look at these videos. Look at that. Philly the Hood Star, Dr. Dave gets a home visit. Up here we have Frauditor Troll not honoring deal brought to Vegas Valley. And you want to associate yourself with someone like this. It wasn't that long ago. He had videos of you up there and Megan and everybody else who's on his stream. Oh, he took those videos down because now you're on his team, quote unquote team? Is that why you want to go over there and kiss his you-know-what, Brian? After he called you racial epithets. You've forgotten all that. Let me ask you something, Brian. Are you comfortable with the white man in the 21st century calling you those archaic names? Really? Well, I tell you something, brother. If you are, then there's something really wrong with you. And you're not going to sit here and convince me that that's okay to call a man by those names in the 21st century. Talk about moving on. Yeah, we've moved on all right, but apparently you're stuck back in 1600.
Why is Dave, for lack of a better word, being so childish when it comes to who is on whose stream? It makes zero sense to me. And then when I hear him becoming such an immature individual, trying to, for lack of a better word, I'm going to use the word that was being used in the chat, to lambast someone on their stream for no reason. Who cares if Megan's on that channel? Who cares if I show up? I literally wanted to go on Dr. Dave and just say hello, just like I've done to Joe's channel. Nick does the exact same thing. He's a friend. He calls Dr. Dave a friend. Why the hell is Dave, Dr. Dave, if you're watching this or somebody says anything to you about this, why are you being so immature? And when somebody who is a promoter of free speech and you want to be able to use other people's content and make these comments on it to help promote your channel, why are you so hell-bent on trying to silence someone who comes up against you?
Hey, look, Brian, I'm not trying to silence anybody, and I'm not being childish. I don't care what you do, but you're not going to sit here and make me believe that you and Joe are good buddies because why? Why? Yeah, you wanted him to stop doxing you. Whether the information he put up about you was true or not, you didn't want to go through this anymore. I had discussions with you. I know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to reveal those discussions, but I know that you were fed up with what he was doing. And so if you can find a way out of it, well, there you go. Problem solved, right? Problem solved. Man, I don't care what you do. You want to be on Joe's stream? You want to sleep with Joe? I don't care, man. I don't care. But stop trying to make it seem like I'm the bad guy here and I'm the child when there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you, brother. Does your wife know that you like Joe now? Really? And she approves of it? Really? Well, she needs help too, man. The whole family needs help.
Joey has been very accommodating. He's been very nice. I know there are some times where I've seen him, being angry and upset about things about other people, but he still welcomes people. He says hello, and he's, said, nice things about our channel. So what say you guys? Am I way off base here? What are you guys thinking? Because I still watch some of Dave's content because I find it entertaining to a certain degree. I'm not a big fan of the goat boy comments. I'm not a good fan of the insults and the fake dialect when he tries to represent Hispanic people. But I find some of his stuff pretty good. Funny.
Go on, Jake. I said my piece. You were on Dave's earlier. I mean,
as I was saying, I liked Megan. I think you're a great person. I consider you a friend. I think the same about Nick. And if you guys want to go on Joe's live stream and talk about whatever you want, I'm not going to say anything.
Jake is confused. He doesn't know what to do. He just wants to be accepted by somebody. Now, if you want to go on Joe's stream, Jake, and be accepted, feel free. Be my guest, but you can't be on my stream. If you're going to be on Joe's stream, you can't be on my stream. No, never. Not going to happen. That goes for everybody. You want to be on Joe's stream, really? You want to be on his panel, and then you want to come on my panel. What the hell for? What for? What is that? What purpose does that serve? This is a guy who went online and threatened to dox everybody that was in Dr. Dave's circle. And he did a pretty good job of it. That's why everybody has migrated to Joe, so they don't get doxxed. But they're too stupid to see that. They're so stupid. And here we have Brian, the ringleader, and he acts like he doesn't know a thing. Man, I gave you more credit, bro. I thought you had a measure of intelligence. I thought you were educated. Apparently not. Yeah, because you know what? You can have some book education, but it doesn't mean that you have everyday street learning. And apparently you missed that part in Education 101 somewhere along the line. But let's listen to Jake talk. And later on, we're going to hear Dr. Nick come in and chime in.
It's no skin off my back, But if I'm going to be the voice of reason, because I still think Dave is my good friend. I like Dave, but I'm talking about him and Joe, the both going back at each other, man.
Right.
It's annoying. Knock it off. It's not getting you both anywhere. And
it's exhausting.
It is. It's not bringing any positivity into your guys' life. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't trust 100% of what Joe says. And I don't always get on there and watch, but sometimes I will, and I'm like, oh, he's sometimes has some intelligent things. And I've got nothing against the guy personally. But it's just I've like I said before, the back and forth between, and I think that between Dave and Joe just needs to stop. It's getting I'm not getting involved. Right. I told Dave I'll be on his channel, I'll be on his live streams and stuff just to hang out and stuff, but If it has to do with him and Joe fighting, hey, I'm sitting it out, bro.
Oh, so let me see if I have this straight, Jake. You're the voice of reason. Wow. And you're kind of tired of all this nonsense, huh? Well, how do you think I feel? I didn't start this. This has been going on for about 3 months now. I would say longer than that. I'm not sure exactly how long. Yeah, I would love for it to stop, Jake, but it's never going to stop because that little man out there in Las Vegas, this is all he has in life. And let's see. Oh, he has a whopping 22 people watching his live stream right now. And I've got him on 3 computers. So if I shut mine down, he'll have 19 people. Wow, that's a geyser of people watching his live stream that he just doesn't want to stop. I tell you what, Jake, next time you go on his live stream, why don't you tell him, hey, when is all this stuff going to stop with Dr. Dave? And see what he tells you. He'll probably give you some weak reason. Well, Dr. Dave started this. I didn't start anything, man. I made a video, and ever since then, you went hog wild crazy. You just don't know when to shut your mouth, Joe. And apparently you don't either, Jake.
Yeah,
Not getting involved.
and to Jane Blonde, to her comment as well. This is not a topic. This is just like an opening statement for the podcast tonight that I just wanted to get off my chest, because I agree with you. I am not even close to condoning the doxing, the mistreatment of anybody online. And I don't participate. I don't participate in any of that nonsense. When I see them doing it, I don't even watch it. But I'll go in there, and if I see somebody that's having a conversation about something that I find interesting and I want to jump on it, listen, Dr. Dave, don't be mad at me if I do that. And listen, Joe, don't be mad if I'm on Dr. Dave. If I get on anybody's content, I don't know who your enemies are. So, stay. I'm in the middle. I'm Sweden. I just jump on a channel. If I'm on Team Skeptic's channel, if Team Skeptic comes over here, don't be mad at our channel just because you think that they're enemies.
Let's get this straight, Brian. Now hear me out. I'm not mad at anybody. I'm just trying to question why someone who doxed you, Joe, and now you want to be friends with him. Man, that is just so crazy. It just does not make any sense to me. This entire panel, with the exception of the one gentleman there, I don't know who he is, used to be on my stream, and now you've all run over to Joe's stream. And I just can't understand it, because he doxed each and every one of you. He said horrible things about you. He threatened to do things, and here you are sucking up to him. That's what is puzzling me. It puzzles me. Oh, man, this guy is a monster. He's the monster under the bed when you were a child and you're afraid to turn the lights out. That's who Joe is. That's who Joe is. And you want to be good buddies with him. Just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. He has absolutely nothing to offer. He's desperate for people to accept him, and you have accepted him. WTH.
And I get it. That's Dave's content. I'm not gonna knock him, but yeah, it is funny. But over time, I'm listening to both sides. I'm like, yeah, it's just a back and forth. They're saying the same shit every day. If you guys aren't gonna actually just, what I'm basically trying to say is, just stop talking. If you stop talking about each other,
yep,
and forget about each other,
right.
A few minutes later.
I will say this. Every time I'm here, even if it's only for a few minutes or at the very end, I always enjoy myself, which is kind of the whole point of all these panels. I like debate. Debate is good. And I'm no angel. Sometimes I find it difficult to debate and not resort to personal attacks. It happens. I try to be conscious of, when I make a mistake. I mean, I got caught up in the whole Dr. Dave thing, making fun of Audit Them and this and that, but
I did too. I was right there, and I'll admit it.
So what are you telling me, Dr. Nick? You're telling me that you didn't enjoy bashing Goat Boy that entire time, because you said you wanted to take a trip to Chicago. You wanted to meet me there. You remember you said that, Dr. Nick? No doubt about it. Yeah, you were all in. Now, all of a sudden, you want to be on Joe's team. because you're tired of talking about Goat Boy. Ah, wow. Well, you know what? Truth is stranger than fiction. No doubt about it. Truth is stranger than fiction. I would have never guessed this, though, in a million years, because you and I had something in common. Yeah, we're both very well educated, in different fields, of course, but just would have never believed this. If somebody had told me this 6 months ago, I said, no way, man, get out of here with that. Yeah, a well-educated guy just decides he wants to hang out with a doxer and somebody who calls a grown man a pee-pee toucher. Yeah, no, man, your wife should be happy with that, Dr. Nick.
But like I think what Vic just said, gets boring after a while. It's like, okay, fine, he's a good boy. Now what? Now what? And you know, somebody told me to, because I guess Dr. Dave live streamed today, and of course my name came up. And I know there are people in the chat who are like, "Oh, Nick, he can't be trusted, or he plays all sides, or this." But you know what? And I'm gonna take a page out of what Dr. Dave says. I speak my mind, and I don't need to ask anybody's permission who I want to fraternize with. You know, and I'm friends with people who my other friends don't like, and vice versa. I like to think that I can separate them, and I guess I'm not a mod on Dr. Dave's channel anymore, which is fine.
Well, I'll tell you something, Nick. I hadn't heard from you for so long, and you didn't appear on my last few live streams, nor did you appear on anything. So I had to wonder, did you switch sides permanently? Yeah, you want to be a modulator? Yeah, you can be a modulator. I don't care, man. I just need to know where you stand, though, because I'm confused when you go on so many different streams and you say things about me. I'm confused, just like on this stream right here. I have no clue where your mind is. But if you listen to what I said on the live stream yesterday, I didn't say anything bad about you. And I said, Nick has never done anything to me. I have the utmost respect for Nick. I said nothing bad about you. Nothing. And I never will. Now, on the other hand, you're talking about, well, Goat Boy gets old. Well, you know what? If you thought Goat Boy was getting old, as a moderator, you should have informed me. Say, you know what? You might want to branch out and stop talking about Goat Boy so much. You never approached me about that. Matter of fact, you wanted to take a trip to Chicago and see Goat Boy. That's what you told me, Nick. Yeah, so if you were bored with my channel as a moderator, you should have said something, Nick. But I still have nothing against you, brother.
You know, I still consider Dr. Dave a friend. And just like Broken System, Broken Trust, like you do you, Autotham, you do you, and Dr. Dave, you do you. It's not about sides, and it's definitely not one of these things like, oh, you're friends with so-and-so, which means you must be against me. I mean, when I said, especially after that whole thing which happened, you know, which was sort of the catalyst of all of this, when that epic Wednesday night, you know, everybody, you know, people like, well, are you still with Dr. Dave? Are you not? I go, look, I'm not on anybody's side. And any issues I have behind the camera, that's between me and those people. And I don't have to explain those decisions to anybody.
Right.
You know, this is not a case of where you're like friends with some, you know, mass murderer. Just, it's a lot of strong personalities on.
Well, now, there you have it, folks. 4 people who used to hang out with Dr. Dave, and once they were all doxxed by little Joey out there in Las Vegas, they ran over here to his channel for safety and security. That's the only way I can see it. Why else would you be on a stream with the 53-time arrested, 5-time felon who has nothing to offer in life? What good is he? He's a drag of society. Really? You like him? You want to be just like him when you grow up? will you go ahead and hang out with the 5-time convicted felon? And what did he do? He threatened to blow up the courthouse in New York City, and now he wants to deny it. Really, Joey? Really? All right then, whatever. All righty. I tell you what, have fun over there. But if you enjoy watching idiots, imbeciles, and morons like these bozos on my channel, please subscribe. As always, thanks so much for stopping by. Cheers to that.
Oh, you assaulted me.
I did so many.
You assaulted me. She assaulted me. Racist. Oh, that's a hate crime. You're being disorderly. Call the police. Call the police. Call the police.
I'm not sitting down. I refuse to sit down. I refuse. Big tough guy. Big tough guy. Big tough guy. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. Nothing. You can come try to make me. You're welcome to try to make me. Take a swing. Take a swing.
What is the reason for calling the officers here?
You'll go to jail, bro. Go ahead, put your hands on me. Bro. Put your hands on me. No reason to have.
I'm really unhappy that somebody did this to me.
I'm gonna arrest you for trespassing in a minute.
On public property?
Yeah, we're asking you to leave and you're not leaving. That's trespassing.
She's right in my face, guys. You just assaulted me, ma'am. You can't come up and touch me like that.
You don't have permission to film me in any space.
I don't need permission to
Yes, you do.
record you in public, ma'am. No,
Actually,
that's
you
the
do.
law.
Salam yala hamdullah. Allahu akbar. Haknuika nakra. Ula wala fafatay.
Greetings, Dr. Dave here. There was a great deal of confusion when I posted yesterday about my members only section. I will never charge to watch content on my channel ever. Let me repeat that. There will never be a charge to watch any videos on my channel. The members only section I was referring to is strictly for live streams. It's optional. You will never pay one single penny to watch anything on my videos or live streams. It's completely optional. If you would like to join the channel, it's up to you, but it will never cost a penny to watch anything on my channel ever. Now, let me get on with the public service announcement. Hello everyone, Dr. Dave here. Due to high demand and interest, Dr. Dave has decided to create a members only area for all his subscribers. Several badges and emojis are currently present. I'd like your feedback. What kind of badges and emojis would you like to see? And right now there's only one level you can join at. Let me know what other levels you'd be interested in. I really don't want to charge people extra money for an early view of a video. I believe that everyone should see the videos when they become available. But if you're really interested in something that I can provide, let me know and I will look into it. But for now, enjoy!